In a village nestled between rolling green hills lived a wise old craftsman named Lamb. He was famous throughout the land for his exquisite lanterns, each one a masterpiece of light and shadow. In his workshop, among a sea of glowing creations, two lanterns sat side by side on a dusty shelf. One was a magnificent golden lantern, a picture of perfection. Its silk was flawlessly smooth, its frame sturdy and elegant. It shimmered with pride, basking in the admiration of all who saw it. Next to it sat another lantern, a much plainer one. Its paper was creased, and near the bottom there was a small but noticeable tear. This torn lantern often huddled in the shadows, ashamed of its imperfection, especially when the golden lantern was nearby. The golden lantern, full of itself, never missed a chance to belittle its neighbor. "Look at you," it would sneer, its voice dripping with contempt. "So tattered and worn? What good are you? You're a disgrace to Craftsman Lamb's collection. You'll never be chosen for the great festival of lights. You're utterly useless." The torn lantern would just shrink further into itself, the hurtful words echoing in its fragile frame. It believed what the golden lantern said. It felt worthless, a mistake that should have been thrown away long ago. It watched as other lanterns were carefully packed and sold, while it remained on the shelf, gathering dust and despair. Finally, the most awaited night of the year arrived, the Festival of Lights. The entire village was a spectacle of joy and celebration. Streets were lined with families, their faces lit with anticipation. Craftsman Lamb was chosen to provide the lanterns for the grand procession. He carefully selected his finest works, including the magnificent golden lantern, which swelled with pride, knowing it would be the star of the show. As the procession began, hundreds of perfect gleaming lanterns like the golden one were lit, casting a steady, brilliant glow that illuminated the night. It was a breathtaking sight. The golden lantern shone brighter than all the others, its perfect light a testament to its supposed superiority. It felt on top of the world. But then, the weather began to turn. A mischievous wind swept down from the mountains, growing stronger and more aggressive with each gust. It howled through the streets, whipping and swirling with unpredictable fury. One by one, the perfect lanterns began to flicker. Their flawless designs, which allowed for no air circulation, became their downfall. The strong gusts of wind snuffed out their flames, plunging them into darkness. The magnificent golden lantern, for all its pride and perfection, was one of the first to go out. Its brilliant light was extinguished in an instant, leaving it cold, dark, and useless. Panic and disappointment rippled through the crowd as the festival was plunged into semi-darkness. Just as despair began to set in, a new light appeared. Craftsman Lamb emerged from his workshop, holding the one lantern he had kept behind, the torn lantern. He lit its candle and held it high. The crowd murmured, confused. Why would he bring out such a flawed, broken thing? But then, something magical happened. The same fierce wind that had extinguished all the other lights entered through the lantern's tear. Instead of snuffing out the flame, the tear created a draft that made the candle flame dance and swirl with incredible energy. The light poured out of the tear, not as a steady beam, but as a cascade of enchanting moving patterns. The light projected onto the walls of the surrounding buildings, transforming them into a canvas of shifting shadows and breathtaking images. It painted stories of dancing dragons, soaring phoenixes, and blooming flowers on the stone walls. The wind, once a destructive force, was now a partner, a choreographer for this beautiful, unexpected dance of light. The villagers, who were just moments ago disappointed, were now completely mesmerized. They had never seen anything so captivating, so alive. Children pointed with wide-eyed wonder, their laughter echoing through the square. The torn lantern, once ashamed of its flaw, was now the center of attention, creating a beauty that perfection could never have dreamed of. It wasn't just a lantern anymore. It was a storyteller, a magician, a source of wonder. The golden lantern, now dark and forgotten on the ground, watched in stunned silence. It saw the joy and awe on everyone's faces, a reaction it had never been able to inspire with its own perfect, static light. It saw the torn lantern not as broken, but as brilliant. A deep sense of regret washed over it. It had been so arrogant, so blind to the possibility that a flaw could be a source of strength. It had judged based on a narrow definition of perfection, and had been completely, utterly wrong. Its own perfection had rendered it useless, while the other lantern's imperfection had made it extraordinary. As the festival drew to a close, with the light from the torn lantern still dancing in everyone's hearts, a young boy approached Craftsman Lamb. "Master Lamb," he asked, "why did you keep that broken lantern? All your other ones are so perfect." The old craftsman smiled, his eyes twinkling in the lantern's glow. He gently touched the tear in the paper. "I didn't keep it because it was broken," he explained, his voice warm and kind. "I kept it because of this tear. Sometimes a flaw is not a weakness. Sometimes it's an opening for the light to get out in a way it never could before." Perfection can be beautiful, yes, but it can also be rigid and predictable. It's the little imperfections, the unique cracks and tears, that allow for something truly special, something unexpected and magical to be born. The lesson of the lantern spread throughout the village and has been passed down through generations. It's a simple yet profound truth. None of us are perfect. We all have our own tears, our own cracks, our own perceived flaws. We might have scars from past battles, insecurities that whispered doubts in our ears, or quirks that make us feel different. It's so easy to look at these things and feel ashamed, to wish we were as flawless as a golden lantern. But the story reminds us that this is a mistake. Nobody is perfect, and more importantly, nobody is useless. Our supposed flaws are not signs of weakness. They are part of our story. They are the unique openings that let our individual light shine out into the world in a way that no one else's can. Maybe your sensitivity allows you to connect with others on a deeper level. Maybe your struggles have given you a strength and resilience you wouldn't have otherwise. Maybe your quirky sense of humor brings laughter where it's needed most. These are not flaws. They are features. They're the very things that make you you. They create a beauty that sterile perfection can never replicate. So embrace your tears. Let the wind blow through them. You have no idea what beautiful dancing light you are capable of creating. Don't be afraid to let your unique light shine. Thank you so much for joining me on this little journey today. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that warm the heart and feed the soul. Remember, you are beautiful, not in spite of your imperfections, but because of them. See you in the next video.